Four.
What's good, everybody? I've been going for a minute. I just wanted to get back with y'all so we could talk about and address this stuff that we've been hearing about Jamie Foxx and Jennifer Aniston and that issue. We're going to look at a clip from her silly little rant about what Jamie Foxx needs to apologize about. I don't understand why he needs to apologize to begin with. The man is just speaking. Some people act like black people can't speak at all. I don't understand. What is the problem? I'm trying to find the one. Well, here it is. Y'all can see it.
All right, folks. Award-winning actor, comedian, as well as singer Jamie Foxx. Well, he got some heat for a social media post. All right, y'all. So this is what he posted. They killed Jesus. They killed this dude named Jesus. What do you think they'll do to you? Hashtag fake friends. That's it. That's the post. Said fake friends. Hashtag fake friends. Drop the lower thirds. Hashtag fake friends. Hashtag fake love. That's it. That's it. But for some, because he put they, they said that, he implied that he was talking about Jews. Yeah. Jennifer Aniston is one of them. Y'all got her tweet? Come on, post it. Okay. All right. So, okay, I don't know why we had it. Hold on. Okay, let me find it. All right, let me find what she posted, y'all. So, hold on. So, this is what she posted. Jennifer Aniston posted, "This really makes me sick. I did not like this post on purpose or by accident. And more importantly, I want to be clear to my friends and anyone hurt by this showing up in their feeds. I do not support any form of anti-Semitism. And I truly don't tolerate hate of any kind, period." So Jennifer Aniston decides to label this anti-Semitism. So somebody said, actor Jamie Foxx posts horrifically anti-Semitic message to his 16.7 million followers. And they have the Jamie Foxx post. That's literally what she posted. So what then happens? Jamie issues an apology. "I want to apologize to the Jewish community and everyone who was offended by my post. I know my choice of words have caused offense, and I'm sorry. That was never in my intent. To clarify, I was betrayed by a fake friend, and that's what I meant with they, not anything more. I only have love in my heart for everyone. I love and support the Jewish community. My deepest apologies to anyone who was offended. Nothing but love always, Jamie Foxx." That's what actually happened. That was it, y'all. But, all these people want to weigh in. So, Jonathan Greenblatt, who is CEO of the Anti-Defamation League, he posts, first of all, this is what he initially said. "We welcome Jamie Foxx's apology and thank him for his clarification. Furthermore, we wish him well as he recovers from his prior hospitalization." Then he goes, "Truly appreciate Jamie Foxx reaching out and confirming privately what he also said publicly. His message of love for the Jewish community is crucial in this time of rising hate. We are stronger together." Okay, Jennifer Aniston. Okay, Jonathan Greenblatt. Here's my question for y'all. Do y'all know any black people? Any? Have y'all been to any black churches? Have y'all listened to any black pastors? Because in the black community, they killed Jesus. It's common. The black folks warns people against trusting too easily. In fact, if Jennifer Aniston or Jonathan Greenblatt, if y'all took any time to actually look at social media and look at the responses from black people, you will discover what black people mean. Jamel Hill, the people intent on misunderstanding you will continue to do so no matter how much you explain yourself. So don't explain yourself. Word to Jamie Foxx. Yep. I mean, we can sit here and go on and on at numerous people right here, and you will see this guy posts, this Jamie Foxx thing illuminates how unfamiliar cultures are with each other sometimes. Black people often state some form of what Jamie said, and it's not about Jewish people, but the world and backstabbers. The root of this saying is John 15:20. That's literally what.
Yeah, but y'all act like black people always have to be responsible for everything that comes out of their mouth. Like, white people's vision of what we're supposed to say is supposed to be politically correct all of the time. So don't say what you have on your heart. Don't say what you have in your chest. Just say what they want you to say. Don't say what you want to say. I don't see how they could think that any human being could possibly live like that. Like, just say what I want you to say. Because he's an actor, he's not supposed to say how he feels about something. Because he's black, he's not supposed to act a certain way or talk a certain way. I don't understand. Let's listen to the rest of the video.
The brother Darren Briggs said. That's what he said. Dr. Mia Brett, Jamie Foxx used a phrase with his own meaning in the black community. He apologized and doesn't owe us anything. This should be a moment of cross-cultural understanding, not one of forcing black people to understand us without offering the same.
What if there was an automated software that could make passive income for you? You've probably heard about ChatGPT.
Yep. That's black people.
People do get and understand that the world works two ways. It don't work one way. I don't understand where her thinking is. Like, what do you expect? The man is not going to say something, and then he has to apologize on top of that, like he committed a crime against something or someone. Come on now, get real.
Yep. I mean, we can literally go. Somebody posted this here. They said this is the fake friend that Jamie Foxx was talking about. It's a photo with him and Jennifer Aniston.
I am hot, y'all.
I mean, if I sat here, y'all, and just
oh my god, I don't have
go
no
through here,
and it's hot. And I gotta cook in a little while.
And read this. In fact, this is one on Twitter. He says, I'm not going to go into whether or not Jamie Foxx's Instagram post, which was allegedly liked by Jennifer Aniston, is anti-Semitic or not. In the story of Jesus, he was betrayed by a follower named Judas before he was killed by the Roman Empire. The term Judas is another word in pop culture for a fake friend. I believe that this is what Jamie Foxx was alluding to, and given the fact that he adamantly apologized, I tend to believe him. With this said, the myth that Jesus was killed by Jewish people is simply incorrect. Even Pope Benedict XVI said there's no basis for this myth. People are too fast to attack one another, trying to put things in context in my own. There's no place for anti-Semitism in America, but when we watered down the definition of an anti-Semite, or for that matter, other terms like groomers, pedophiles, or cults, you're doing a disservice to society and a service to anti-Semites, groomers, pedophiles, and cults. Chill out, people. Humanity isn't as bad as you think. Okay, that's it. Krassenstein. Okay, all right, that's what he posted. Jamie Foxx was talking about fake friends. So it's only ironic that he gets heat from someone that was on the fake living single.
I'm gonna kill somebody.
Excellent point.
I swear to God, this fan is.
The point here, I think, is really
hot in this damn kitchen.
And that is, non-black people should understand that there are things that we say that ain't about them. There are phrases that we use, black mamas, black daddies, black pastors, black deacons, black evangelists, all the time. And if the ADL or anybody else is going to demand an apology from black people, y'all going to be asking a whole bunch of pastors to apologize for giving sermons. This, to me, is idiotic. And so, are we now supposed to now go, let me walk carefully anytime we say they? This is nonsensical. And Jennifer Aniston, you were wrong. Those of you who chose to highlight this, y'all are wrong too. So at some point, if everyone, and y'all, oh my goodness, when I say y'all, oh my God, is he mentioning us who are Jewish? No. Y'all means everybody not black. Y'all need to understand that we also have the right to create terms and phrases that have meaning in our culture, and it ain't about y'all.
And this is where the misconception begins, because everybody else wants to make whatever else it is that anybody says about them. So we're going to go back to the words that he just used just now when he said the right. I think every time white people jump up, they're like, oh, he doesn't have the right. She doesn't have the right. Why is she saying that? You're miseducated. This is not someone being misconstrued. This is not his words being entangled. The man said one thing, and it created this whole spark about him being anti-Semitic all of a sudden. He said nothing about being an anti-Semite and him hating Jews. None of those words came out of his mouth. So why does the world feel like Jamie Foxx owes anybody an apology for anything? Why should black people have to apologize for using a certain type of word? We say nigga all the time. Is it a term of disrespect? Yes. Is it a term of endearment to some people? Of course. But it's not personal. It's colloquial. How do you misconstrue somebody saying something and taking it out of context and making it appear as if to say that this man all of a sudden hates Jews now? Now Jamie Foxx is an anti-Semite. Where is this gonna go? Because now Jennifer Aniston stepped her ass in the midst of it, and she white. So now the white world gonna go, oh, now Jamie Foxx is an anti-Semite. What are we gonna do with his ass now? Finish watching the rest of this video.
Julian, you're first.
This is absurd. I wish Jamie Foxx had not apologized, because he doesn't have anything to apologize for. He was betrayed, as he said, by a fake friend, and he said, basically what he said. That's a paraphrase, just to say, he had nothing to apologize for. These people have gone, their anti-blackness is pervasive, and Jennifer Aniston needs to be ashamed of herself.
Congo?
When y'all look up the term anti-black, how in this day and age is that even gonna be a fucking thing? Like, how can you be anti-black and there are how many millions of us in this world? And now everybody, keep on wanting to jump on the whole I hate black people now? Is that what Jennifer Aniston wants to say she is? Does she hate black people? Does somebody need to send her a questionnaire and ask her, do you hate black people, Jennifer Aniston? And don't say you got black friends, because you know damn well you don't, because you are Italian.
I think that he did the right thing by apologizing, and the reason why is because we knew what he meant. And the fact of the matter is, when you look at black culture, like you said, we've always said this. Look at Nas's video, "Can Hate Me Now," taking on the persona of Jesus Christ and the like. And because he didn't mean to offend anybody, I think it made sense for him to just say, hey, this is what I meant. Now, beyond that, we need to take advantage of these teachable moments. We know that outrage is an industry nowadays. At the same time, we also know that there are high intentions within the Jewish community with these synagogue shootings and the like.
All he basically just said is that if you say anything that offends the Jews, because they run everything, including you sitting here watching YouTube right now, that you will get cut off from your work, from making your money, from existing in this world, because they run everything. But what you should disagree with, because I disagree, I agree with a lot of the things that he just said just now. But what you shouldn't have to do is kowtow and step and fetch if you say something that somebody don't like. Because number one, we are all grown, and we can all say whatever the fuck we want to say. Ain't nobody my mama, and they gonna tell me what I'm not supposed to say, what I'm supposed to say. This ain't FCC rule where you're banned from saying stuff. The man said a couple words. Now I gotta step and fetch because she said she don't like what I said. So what? Grow up. People say shit you ain't gonna like all the fucking time. Hello?
But like you said, Roland, people have to understand that we have a culture too. And so he can apologize for that, but where does the part from the Jewish community come in saying, let's have a conversation so we can build? What a lot of people try to do, they try to, label him and connect him to Kanye because they did a song in 2004, and then they started bringing all of these other things into it.
Don't nobody give a damn about what Kanye said. What Kanye's opinion is about, whatever Kanye's opinion is about. This has nothing to do with what Jamie Foxx said at all. Everybody that's black has an opinion, and everybody that's black opinions are not the same thing. I don't think the same thing that they think on this show. Everybody has their own opinions. I mean, come on. We live in a well-blended world. Why am I going to sit here and hold my tongue because you don't like what I'm saying to you right now? If you don't like it, don't listen to it. And if you don't like it, don't watch it. That's just the facts. Don't watch me. Don't listen to me. I'm not going to step and fetch. This ain't slave times. I'm not putting on blackface and dancing.
And that's where the outrage industry started to pick up. Jennifer Aniston definitely sold him out. And, I'm just glad that he did that. But the question for the rest of America and the rest of society is, where do we go from here? Is it, all of a sudden we're going to stop? Or are people still going to attack him? Are they going to try to have him lose things? Or are we going to try to build and learn from this? Because what you've been laying down, Roland, you've been talking and educating people about our culture. Now there's other people are.
And then the other thing is the separatist part of it. Why do I have to teach you about me? If you truly want to learn something about someone, you will learn it. You do understand that as a grown adult, it's called respect. That's what it's called. It's called respect. And if you don't know something or you want to understand something, you ask questions. You don't make labels. You don't design it in a way that now this person looks a certain way to everybody. And now Jamie Foxx is now I'm banned.
You can speak about Jewish things and build on that. And so I knew that Jamie Foxx, or I don't know him, but I felt where he was coming from, and we understood it from jump. But now let's build and continue the conversation together.
Well, for me, Renita, this is not necessarily about building a conversation. Mm-hmm. This is about other people who want us to be mindful of tropes and things that they say.
Yes.
I need them to respect black culture.
Yes.
I need them to learn about black culture. I got to my iPad, some guy named Stephen Goldstein said I criticized Jamie Foxx for invoking an infamous anti-Semitic trope. Some replied we should accept his explanation that it was not aimed at us Jews, but thousands of non-Jews interpreted his post as aimed at Jews and expressed support.
You can interpret whatever you want. As an adult, if you want to understand something, you ask questions. You don't make demands on people to do or change the way that they think or the way that they view things.
For that, including on my page.
It's not how life works.
Well, guess what, Stephen Goldstein? I'm going to do the same thing. I invite you and Jonathan Greenblatt to come on this show. A show targeted to black people and have this conversation. Now, we reached out to the ADL. They haven't responded. I tweeted Greenblatt. They ain't responded. Now, this dude, Stephen Goldstein, apparently follows me. I'm going to send him a DM because this is a perfect example where, again, folks need to understand not everything is about you. It's also learning about us.
Mm-hmm.
If I lost it all and I had to start from scratch, here's what I do to get back to 6 figures a year in 4 steps. So step.
Absolutely.
absolutely. This is people trying to be involved in Black vernacular and they have no idea what they are talking about. The other problem with this is Jamie Foxx already apologized and people are still saying that's not good enough. Here's my question. Where are all these folks with the smoke for people like Trump and even right here in Georgia, Governor Kemp? Because I don't even remember seeing this much smoke when Trump basically had the Proud Boys marching saying Jews will not replace us. Some of these people who are coming out, did Jennifer Aniston do a big thing about that? Even as late as this weekend, we have people passing out
But what she basically just said was that white people don't mind attacking other white people as long as it's white people attacking white people. And if a black person is attacking a white person, then it's out of order. It's just out of balance. It's out of character. You can't do that. That's a no-no. Not in this country. You cannot.
Submitted flyers in Georgia, and Brian Kemp did an apology, and people hailed him as providing such great leadership. Okay, but they don't remember when he ran a campaign of hate against half of the state in 2018 when he ran against Stacey Abrams, and people didn't have smoke for that. So I just think it's very interesting that the amount of smoke that's coming towards Jamie Foxx also feels discriminatory to me, because when you have people who absolutely have no shame and who have never apologized for directly and intentionally, and we're not even talking misunderstandings here, directly and intentionally attacking the Jewish community. People seem to, when they are white, people seem to have open arms later on and they can forget about what has happened. But Jamie Foxx here has apologized and still some people are saying not enough. Jennifer better be quiet, because I'm seeing folks on the internet saying the folding chair is coming for her next.
Well, first of all, I'm not trying to beat nobody up or anything along those lines. What I am saying is, if you don't take, if you automatically assume something and you have no understanding. I mean, there are thousands of black people who've been talking about, wait a minute, this is what that phrase means. When we say that, what it means. So again, what I'm saying is, if people want us to be sympathetic to phrases, they need to also listen to us to understand what happens when we say stuff and what it means. And so it's not always about what you infer, it's also about what we imply. And that's important, and that needs to be understood.
If you're looking...
Well, people, you heard it. That was the whole entire gist of what I want to talk about as far as Jennifer Aniston and Jamie Foxx go. I don't know how y'all feel about this ridiculous point that this man needs to step and fetch to get white people to respect him again. They didn't respect you to begin with, so I don't understand what you need to be bowtowing and kowtowing to white people for, because they don't respect you no how. No matter how much damn money you make. You could be Oprah, you could be Jesus Christ, it don't damn well matter. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a damn what your last name is, what your mammy's last name is, where you came from, no nothing. As soon as they feel disrespected, your whole program is shut down. I don't see how the fuck that shit works, but it does. Alright, so I'm gonna go into the rest of what I wrote in it. And I would love for y'all to just, send me something in the chat to let me know. You've been away. I don't like how you do your videos. I don't really care. Whatever. I want to go into the 2 black men that were tortured in Mississippi by 6 cops. I don't know how y'all feel about them pleading guilty. Because pleading guilty don't mean shit as far as that goes. Because we all know as black people, they ain't going to no jail. They ain't going to do no jail time. They ain't going to do nothing. I'm turning on this video, y'all. I know y'all can't see it, but bear with me. My husband's coming down and he's gonna fix it. And I just don't. I really don't understand.
They claimed it. Put them on. Announced in the earth.
IT professionals, what if you could earn upwards of $250,000 a year while...
No one knew what happened right here. Justice is what it all...
We're listening to the first guy, Eddie Parker, talk about what happened to him. On the clip it says, justice is what it boils down to. I'm just like them, you know, whether they're in uniform or not. You say that. See, we can say this, and then we can piggyback off of the Jennifer Aniston just now. When white people see us, it doesn't boil down to whether or not they see us, yes or no. They don't see us. All they see is your blackness. All they see is the incorrectness, the wrong, the why are you here? I don't want you to be in my face. You're in my space. I don't want to see none of that right now. But this man literally says, justice is what it all boils down to. I'm just like them. We're not just like them. That's the problem. You're black. That's the problem. You're black.
You know what it all boils down to. I'm just like them, you know, whether they in uniform or not.
For 6 months, Eddie Parker has been living in a house of horrors where he says he was brutally beaten by deputies sworn to protect this rural Mississippi community.
I crawled here to this spot, and they started beating me here.
And the shit that's irritating, if y'all have not read this article yet, they came to these grown black adult men's house claiming that they had a warrant for their arrest. Not even at the correct house. Didn't ask these men for their ID, just walked in the house and started whooping their ass.
And tasing me, as you can see, you know, blood spots and all. And my blood spots there.
On January 24th, Parker and his friend Michael Jenkins say that 6 white Rankin County deputies entered the home and tortured them for nearly 2.
6. Y'all ain't hit a number. Cause let the picture fall in your mind. Imagine you sitting in your house and you chilling, you watching TV. Y'all probably had a couple drinks or whatever the case may be. Sitting in the house, might not have answered the first knock. Go, hello, it's the police. Knock, 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 knock. Next thing you know, somebody kicking in your door, whooping your ass. Then you wind up in the hospital, shot in the face. Man, listen.
2 hours. A heavily redacted incident report says deputies were investigating, quote, reports of narcotic activity at the house.
Where did the reports of narcotic activity come from? That's the first fucking stupid shit that you're actually sitting there asking yourself. And then the report is redacted. So they got reports of narcotic activities going on of 2 men that are sitting in their house watching TV. Who reported this?
House, they said they saw a gun, though there was no proof either man had a weapon. In a federal civil rights lawsuit, the men alleged deputies entered without a warrant, handcuffed them, and subjected them to nearly 2 hours of torture and racist abuse. Jenkins was shot in the mouth during the incident, and Mary Jenkins, Michael's mother, says her son will never be the same.
Now, keep in mind that this woman didn't know whether or not her son was okay, yes or no. And I know as every black woman in this world can feel her pain because it's her son that's laying up in the hospital bed, shot in the face, and tortured for 2 hours, sexually. So these deviants raped 2 men in their own house and then whooped their ass and tasered them during this whole 2 hours. Like you were just bored at your job that day and you ain't have shit else to do but torture somebody for 2 hours. Like nobody ain't called you on your CB and be like, well, where the fuck y'all at? What you doing? Did you get these guys? Are they in handcuffs? Are they in custody? What's going on? Nobody for 2 hours? They just let these niggas run rampant and do whatever the fuck they want for 2 hours. These men are never gonna get their lives back and feel normal. Never. So throwing these motherfuckers in jail ain't gonna prove shit.
Well, I prayed with him and I asked myself, I said, if there's any life in you, Michael, if there's anything in you, please squeeze my hand, please let me know you're still in this body. And he did.
Jenkins' injuries make it difficult for him to speak.
Not bad.
Has anyone from the department ever reached out to you and apologized?
He's hurt and he's embarrassed because they took his manhood from him because they sexually assaulted them. but he's the one hurt and embarrassed. He don't have nothing to be hurt or embarrassed for. And I can't even say, because karma's a bitch. And karma gets niggas in the ass while they're in jail. You believe what the fuck you want. But y'all ain't been listening to the Booty Warrior. The Booty Warrior says that booty is more important than water. So you niggas better not drop the soap.
Have they ever asked for anything at all?
No.
The two men are suing a half a dozen Rankin County Sheriff's deputies, 3 named and 3 only identified as John Does. Rankin County Sheriff Brian Bailey was also named in the suit, and he said earlier this month deputies involved in the incident were no longer with the department, although he did not confirm the number of deputies or their names.
I've never been able to stick to a fitness routine for more than a week, but I've been doing Supernatural for more.
That should be simple public record whether or not they've been fired, yes or no. That information should be relinquished to them so they can feel safe. Just knowing the fact that these perpetrators, because that's what they are, even though they're police officers, their perpetrators are in jail, and they can no longer have access to them.
Newest development: 6 officers, all 6, have now pleaded guilty to 16 federal and state charges. The attorney, Mr. Malik Z. Shabazz, attorney at law, real leader, real advocate. We have been covering this since the start. Legal counsel for both Michael Jenkins and Eddie Parker. This was horrific. I want to remind you of that hospital picture we showed you initially. Michael C. Jenkins was in the hospital after he was shot in the mouth. By one of the deputies. Jenkins was left for dead. Essentially, his deputies rendered no aid to help him. So
we're still gonna keep going with this. Y'all listening. They shot this man in the mouth. That means he was literally laying on his floor and they pointed the gun in his face while he was already down and shot him in the face. The other one, they done beat him and sipped him into submission. They don't know if the nigga's dead or alive, nor do they give a damn. They don't call the ambulance. They don't call nobody. They don't call it in and even say, shots fired, nothing. Fuck them. They just gonna sit there and they gonna die.
I remember the picture of Mr. Eddie Parker, Terrell's injuries. The crime scene of January 24th, 2023. Again, 6 officers entered the residence of Jenkins and Parker without a warrant, alleging they were there to carry out a late drug raid that resulted in both black men being beaten, sexually assaulted, waterboarded, assailed with racial slurs, and shot with tasers for roughly 90 minutes or more, all while handcuffed. Accusations of them dating white women.
See, that's the part that flipped me off when he said that there are accusations that they were dating white women, which in turn says that this visit to their house had nothing to do with a damn warrant that they were serving. It's almost like if y'all watched the movie Till. I hate to go back to it, but it's fucking facts, and this shit happened. They're lucky that they didn't kill them. They're lucky that they didn't kill them. I don't understand how black people are not infuriated at this point, because it's not even like someone can repeatedly say to you that history is consistently repeating itself. This past week alone, how many black people alone have been assaulted? We're talking about the people at the Chuck E. Cheese. The girl got her hair pulled out. Who in the fuck, first of all, pulls a bitch's hair out? And if you look at this poor girl's picture, the shit looks horrible. It was horrible. And you keep looking at the end result of it is, I'm going to get paid some money and that's going to make my life a whole lot better. No, it's not, because it's not going to take away the disrespect. I don't know how anybody in this world watching these videos, especially black people, are not infuriated. I'm not trying to incite any type of violence, but it just keeps going. You think the pressure off the top of the pot is done and it's over, and you know the steam can't keep coming up no more? It's like, no, they just wait till the shit dies down for a little bit, and then they get right back up on their shit again. Like, when does a level of respect when does it exist? Like, even if it's, you know, not a case of, you know, they were dating white women. Even if they were dating white women, so the fuck what? It's 2023. Everybody is mixed with somebody. Because back then, white men were raping everybody.
Hurled. Items found at the crime scene: a sexual device on the left, eggs on the right. After officers attempted to sexually assault the men with the sexual device, both men were forced to shower together.
This sounds
eggs
like
were
some
also
jail
hurled at the two men. Clarity on the agencies. Some outlets reported it was 5 Rankin County deputies and 1 Richland Police Department officer, while language in the lawsuit docs suggests all 6 officers involved were with the Sheriff's Department. Rankin County Sheriff Brian Bailey on the left, Deputy Hunter Elderwood center, and Deputy Brett McAlpin right. According to
listen, y'all gonna say what you want to say. Y'all gonna post whatever you want to post. You gonna make comments. I hope, because I have not seen any comments yet. But these motherfuckers look like they just walk around with hoods on their head. They look like motherfuckers out of the KKK.
Eyewitnesses, the identity of...
Kiss my ass if you don't like what I said. That's what the fuck they look like. That's my motherfucking opinion. And don't think you're gonna change my mind, because I don't work like that, Jack. I don't give a fuck what you say about me. I don't give a damn about how you feel about shit. It's my opinion alone.
The ranking officers included Deputy McAlpin, Deputy Elwood, and another deputy, Christian Dedman, not pictured. Back in late June, Sheriff Bailey said all 5 deputy sheriffs tied to the January 24th episode had been fired or resigned. Richland County Police Chief Nick.
My goal was to fix my family. And here I am today with a big smile on my face, not just for my family, but...
McClendon, put him on.
God, I wish I could add that.
Announced in the early part of July, former officer Joshua Hartfield was, and I quote, implicated in the January 24th incident and has since resigned from the department. Hartfield was reportedly off duty at the time of the incident. Now, there's a lot of information here. We want to make sure that, one, we have the absolute word from those who were victims and from the advocate attorney representing them. Thank you, gentlemen, for being on the program. Wish it was under better conditions, better circumstances, but here we are. How are you today?
We're doing fine. In this historic moment, first of all, we want to thank you, Dr. Ritchie, because you reported this case. You believed in this case. You stood up for the cause of police brutality when people doubted us. And now the hour of vindication has come upon the plea guilty of these 6 criminal white deputies that abused our clients and abused our black brothers. And so in this hour, I want to say that this is a good hour for us as black men, and in this hour, because we are standing up and we are getting some justice in this hour.
We appreciate that sentiment, but we simply did the right thing, attorney, just like you are. You're doing the right thing. Now, I want to ask a question to Eddie first, to give us, in his own words, what transpired that day. What was said? What's correct on the record? What's incorrect on the record?
Okay, I got to say one thing about this, Dr. Ritchie. There's a sentencing on August 14th in Rankin County for the state pleas for the deputies. and there's still sentencing ahead for these multitude of federal counts. So, brother, Mr. Eddie and we in the Department of Justice have agreed that he will not recount what happened in the House, but he's more than willing to speak to you about how he feels about what happened, the pain and suffering he's endured, how he feels and his response to the guilty verdicts and all of that. He's willing to talk, but he's not going to go through a fact by fact of what happened because we're still in the criminal legal proceedings.
I respect that, attorney. Eddie, how do you feel now, and what was your sentiment when you heard that these officers pleaded guilty for the crimes alleged?
I was ecstatic. I felt vindicated, for every word, that was said for our, implications on what happened to us and what we went through. I felt, finally, something was coming out of it. I'm still kind of in shock. It was a battle yesterday, just thinking about, the end, coming to a near, for them being charged, and then, finally, saying, yeah, we did this to these guys, we were wrong, so, there's nowhere they can hide, no other way, no other time, they can get away from just sitting back and not, saying anything like, we were just making this up, I felt, I still don't know the feeling that I feel, but I know justice is being, done.
Michael, let me ask you this.